Welcome back to La Vida Mora Puerto Rico. Today's vlog. Hi guys. I know I recorded previously me purchasing some cafe. It's a long time has passed since then, so we use some new cafe for this vlog. I just wanted to clear that up. I also wanted to clear up that I also wanted to clear up that my daughter, I don't make her cafe with galletas for breakfast. I do that literally like maybe 2 times a year. I almost never do that. Once in a while. It was just a little treat. Hey JJ, come! We're going to the park now. So JJ, something crazy happened to him. He's gonna explain to you quickly, and I'll insert a picture. Go ahead.
Told me this is not normal. The other day, I was doing exercise, and automatically a random bee came to attack me for no reason in my eye.
Did you get stung by a bee, or like 4 or 5 or 6 bees? And this is the first time he's ever had that so bad. We had to go to the ER. It was crazy. He's not allergic, but he couldn't even open his eye. It was pretty bad. We don't even understand still why that happened. Look, there's a club again. I don't know if you guys can see. There's more.
He feel like she really wanted to attack me. Really, she was not joking at all. She was...
And also another little secret for you guys is I have a business coming out soon. I am making clothes and some other things. We will get into more details. This is our spring water we're bringing with us. We'll get into more details about that another time. I just wanted to briefly mention that there is a little secret coming. There's a little secret with that coming soon. So it's been crazy. It's been up and down, ups and downs, but a beautiful experience because it's done with passion and love and hard work. So enjoy the vlog. Buenos días, babies. Buenos días. Cheers. Yeah. Oh. Dile sorry. Vente para acá. Vente. Okay, so as you can see, I have many here. I have Yacono Instant, regular Yacono, this one crema. Cafe Oro, I love. So I think I'm going to eliminate that because I already know it tastes really good. It's one of my favorite. It's open. It's what I already have here in my canister. I'm going to try Yacono Instant. And this one, Boricua. We're going to grind these beans. I have a grinder. And this one is also really good. So this one, and this one. Yacono Café de Oro, or Café Oro, and Café Lareño are highly recommended. I have had them numerous amount of times. I love them. They are like for sure good cafe choice. We're going to make it 2 ways, 3 ways actually. Greca and also colado. There we go. This was custom made for me. It has an adjustable piece in the back for how much coffee you're making. This is a colador for 2 portions or 1 portion, single serve. If you have a colador for many people, it will hang much lower, so therefore you would need to adjust this in order to have enough room. I'm going to make this one recommended by a subscriber. I forgot her name, but I will list it below right now here in this screenshot here. And this one was also recommended by a subscriber, but this one in particular, we're going to make it, the process of making it is what was recommended by a subscriber, so which is different from just boiling the milk and just putting the cafe straight into the milk. So my daughter is modeling for me the taza. Can you hold it straight, baby? I mean, it doesn't get any more Boricua than this taza. It is the flag, ocoqui, the flour. This is from the dollar store. This was literally $1. They're not my favorites to give to people. I prefer to buy from artisans. I prefer to buy locally, but it's cute, does the job, and I just thought it would be kind of fun for this particular vlog. I'm sorry, it was $1.49 and it comes in this little box. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to start off with the way I make my cafe every single morning. To use the cafe crema. That's the one that I mentioned in the other vlog. I feel like I normally see older people purchasing it. We'll see. Media taza. Okay. I'm going to make our portions really small today because I'm making a lot of cafe. See. Now, as far as a real true Boricua taste with your cafe, it's with milk. It is almost never without milk. If you have it without milk, that's fine too. But if you're going to use a creamer or milk of some sort, it's usually half and half portion. Your cafe is usually getting brewed strong, so that when you add in the milk or the creamer, it doesn't take away from the coffee flavor. So if you have a half a cup of cafe that's brewed strong, then you would put a half a cup of milk and it balances it out. That's usually how it is. Some people put less, some people put more. Across the board, that is how people are making the cafe. First, we're going to boil the water. We're going to boil the water. As soon as the water reaches the boiling point, I'm going to add 1 scoop per half cup of water. 1 full scoop, which is a little bit more than a tablespoon. My scoop is big, so I would say a tablespoon and a half. My daughter's squishing my belly. We're starting off with this one, and we are making it the classic cafe colado. Once the water boils, I will shut it off or remove this, push it to the side, and add the cafe. You don't want the water boiling with the cafe because then it will give it that sort of like overcooked taste. You just want enough through the coffee to get out the sabor. Most of the time people just put the cafe in here. I don't like to do that. I like to put it in here, which is why I say it might be different than most people. I like to put my cafe in here and then pour it in here. My first impressions alone, not impressed, but let's see. This is my scooper. It's slightly larger than a tablespoon, so I'm going to put this nice and full inside the pot. We're going to remove this now. Just let that marinate for about 20 seconds. You don't even need to go up to a minute. Now we are doing the milk the same, media taza, half a cup, to match the portion of the cafe. Boil the milk. The wind, it's so windy, and because this is empty, the wind is literally blowing this. Go ahead. We're getting a onda tropical. It is about to come in. We're gonna bring this milk to a boil. It will get a little, like a skin. We will take that off. I will use, for this portion, I'm going to put more. I think 1 spoon of sugar is more than enough. I don't like my coffee too sweet. It's a tablespoon, but I put less than this. The sugar will have to be up to you. Okay, so there we go. Be very quick because that will boil over, and that mess is not easy to clean. So here we go. We got the skin. It's right here on top. Got it out. We're going to add that to this. I like to add it directly to my sugar. I'm going to run this through a couple of times. I'm going to run it through once, and then we'll do it one more time. We're going to do this one more time. Patience. This whole process takes about 10 minutes. It really doesn't take too long. You would do it simultaneously on the stove. I'm doing it step by step just to show you, but just boil your cafe in one part and the leche in the other part. Or you can even throw your leche in the microwave if you have one. Okay guys, so now we have our cafe. Let's add this to the leche. Stir. No. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I do not recommend cafe crema. It's too... It doesn't... It almost tastes like a cold brew coffee, but hot. It just doesn't taste strong enough at all. Mm-mm. I can't even finish drinking this. I'm going to spill this out. I cannot. This is not for me. If you like weak cafe and you want a cafe from Puerto Rico that's weak, this is the one. Go for this one. So now we have upgraded. We are going to make this one here, Café Boricua, fresh coffee beans. We're going to grind them in this little vintage grinder that I have. You do it with your hand, and we will make it with the greca. This is from a subscriber, by the way. Thank you so much, Sharp Tech, for gifting me this last year, actually. Almost exactly a year ago. Interesting. So open this little part here. Let's do the smell test. This is a Ziploc. Just opening it and without even putting my face to it, I can smell the difference. This one smells really good. Okay. So it's in my little scooper, just to have an idea more or less. Where's the scooper? I think I left it in the other packaging. Here. I'm going to fill it all up. Fill it all the way up. That will give us about the same portion. A tiny bit more because these are beans. It's not going to sit in there compact. So it will create space, which will not make it an exact even portion. Okay, and let's grind away. Close this up. This here. Turn. Sorry. I'm trying to record, so it's a little bit difficult for me to do it this way, but you got it. Come out already, see? I just want to quickly show you guys that I also have another coffee grinder. This is, I think, $15 on Amazon. I believe this one is around $75, but I mean, look at it. This is beautiful just to have if you are a coffee lover and you like to have like a little coffee display or station in your home. And this one I like to bring up because I don't know, it's the aesthetics. It does something for me, the experience. I enjoy it thoroughly. So I use this for my cafe and I use this for other things, but it's for coffee beans. Okay, let's see if we got the big scoop that we need. And I will show you. First, let's put the water. So with this, we'll start with part 1. We're not making a full serving. This is a larger one. I'm going to fill it up only halfway with water. Oh, that has some milk. Let's empty that out and do that again. So we're doing the half cup portion again. Water. Next, this piece, this is where the coffee goes into. We want to pack it in. So we did get exactly what we needed. We want to just press that down. Let me screw that part out. Normally, if you were making a full serving of this, you would fill it right below this screw here, the water line right below there. You'll see it on the inside, and you will fill that little portion up of cafe to the top. Okay, this goes here. Leave this open. We're going to do something a little different today. As soon as the coffee starts to come out from here, we will see it. We're going to grab some of that cafe and mix it with sugar to make it frothy. As we wait for that, we will add our sugar. About 1 tablespoon for that half. Come on now. We're going to close it and pour this here. We will let that finish, and now we're going to just mix this until we cannot mix it anymore. See that? Guys, after about 5 minutes, this is the most fluffy I can get it. I do not recommend doing that. That was rough. Unless you were trying to impress somebody, you can skip that part. Don't even bother. Let's add the cafe. Hours later. The cafe. And let's add the leche. This one is better. I still prefer my cafe oro or lareño, and in third place for me is Yacono. I can drink it, but I prefer cafe oro or lareño or Yacono. It tastes very similar to the crema, but if the crema was stronger, had a stronger taste. Okay, so now we are going with the instant coffee de Yacono. This is a regular roast. It doesn't specify anything. We have whole milk. We have a little measuring cup again. We're going to do again half a cup. We have our little here and the sugar that I use azúcar morena, brown sugar. This is the first time that I am making this, so I'm going to add the cafe little by little because I'm not even sure what kind of portions to use for instant coffee. We will figure it out as we go along. So we're going to boil this milk and then add the azúcar, the sugar, and the cafe little by little because I'm not sure the portions. That little piece on top that we had to take out, the skin. The leche. Now we're going to add some azúcar primero. Clean spoon. I have here some galletas con queso de gura, queso gura. Sorry, they are cutting grass outside, so let's put it out. Okay, let's add the leche in. It's hot. Be careful. And we're going to start out with half because I'm really not even sure how this works. I think I've made instant coffee once. Let's see. It's so weird. Just seeing this happen is so weird to me. I feel like I'm mixing paint or something. So far, this color looks accurate, but I'm not sure. I'll have to taste it. Some of it like kind of stuck to the spoon. Let's get a new spoon. You really, really have to mix it. I feel like I'm making like quick para los nenes, like Nesquik, chocolate milk, or I don't know, hot chocolate. It just doesn't feel like I'm having cafe. It feels very different. The vibe of this feels very, very different. I just want to see if it tastes good. Let's see. Let's see. It tastes almost like if it was a dessert. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't taste bad.
What did you?
JJ just got out of the pool.
That coffee smells good. What's like
I'll
chocolate?
put it, see? It smells like chocolate, right? It tastes similar to like a hot, like if you had like a gourmet, fancy, hot chocolate something. It doesn't taste very coffee-ish, but it doesn't taste bad. But I wouldn't choose it.
Is that coffee or that's chocolate cream?
It's cafe. I wouldn't choose it over regular coffee. I think this might have tasted better if it had some water and not just all the milk. I feel like the milk, it just makes it so thick that it tastes like if I'm drinking a dessert drink or something. Like, like a frappuccino type of thing. It's, What a fail. We had like a major fail. I didn't like any of them really. I wouldn't make any of these again. The only one maybe is the coffee beans because it wasn't too bad, but I find that the other brands are better. I'm going to wind up making myself a regular cup of café now because me quedé con ganas. Besitos, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. We are getting so many storms, so many little thunder showers. The weather has been horrible. The mosquitoes are crazy. It's been very uncomfortable, so we're happy to go to the park and just sweat over there instead of sweating inside the house. Bye. Can you guys say besitos? Bye. Can you say besitos? Besitos.